Welcome to Toffee TV, the player ratings, the last home game of the season, and Everton have got a 1-0 win. 5 wins in a row at home. Who'd have thought it after the difficult season that we'd had earlier on at home, but we've got it. We got over the line. Well, we were over the line quite a while ago, weren't we? But it was nice to finish the season with a win at home. Listen, the game had very much a testimonial feel about it. It is hard. It's hard to get up for these games when neither team have got anything to play for, and you're going through the motions. Hot day. The crowd isn't really asking for too much either. It's more about like sort of just the theatrics around the game, the singing the songs before the game, and then everyone just waiting for the lap of appreciation or whatever, and then everyone just going to the pub, basically. So, yeah, it was what it was. You can't really put too much stock in it. Mention that on my Glad Street reaction video. Really hard to have a big assessment about today's game. The work had already been done, and today was just about finishing the season with a bit of pride, a bit of dignity, and trying to figure out from players' body language whether they were staying or going. But I'll be honest, I couldn't really figure that out about anyone other than maybe Andre Gomez, who looked a little bit towards the end of the lap of honour, sort of when it had finished and everyone was leaving. He looked like he was, a little bit sad that it would be his last time at Goodison, you'd imagine, certainly as an Everton player. So, but it was nice to win. It's always nice to win and to just keep that feel good factor going. Of course, in typical Sean Dyche style, we only won the game 1-0 and maybe made it a little bit more difficult than we needed it to be. But hey ho, it doesn't really matter. We won the game, so can't ask for any more than that. And what I will say, and I said this on me instant matches, if we play like that, if we played that sort of tempo next week, then we're going to be in for a rude awakening at Arsenal, who you would imagine would still have everything to play for on the last day of the season. So I think we might need to make sure we up it a little bit for next week. But there you go. We got the 3 points. Let's get into the actual player ratings. Jordan Pickford had to make a couple of decent saves in the first half. One save in the first half. He made one. He made sort of, they were like 2 saves. He came out and he did like a slide and tackle on one of their players in the box, which was a bit risky. And then he made a follow-up save just after that as well, which was a good save at the right time when we needed it. So he made those saves. He didn't really have too much to do after that, I must admit, but did what he needed to do. He was a spectator for most of the game, which was a bit risky. He was a spectator for most of the game. So yeah, that one save, and I can see who is the player of the match, the player of the season, so we can look back on that and see who has been the player of the season. Be very interesting where he is on that list. But he's had a very, very solid season. Not too many mistakes. The odd mistake, the one at Chelsea, but that was a night of lots of mistakes. So Jordan Pickford, I would give him a 7.2 for today's performance. Seamus Coleman starting at right back, and which was a bit of a surprise to me because I didn't really think he'd start. I thought he'd go with Ben Godfrey, if I'm honest. But obviously the manager felt like maybe still feels he's our best right back. I don't know. 3 out of 8 ground duels, 5 clearances, 1 interception, 3 tackles. Did okay, nothing amazing. Just pretty steady for the game. Couple of moments, just maybe because he has been out for times and he hasn't started the games. He looked a little bit, not sure about that, but listen, he is obviously getting older, isn't he? And he's not the player he was, so maybe needs to keep it a little bit more simple at times. But that's Seamus Coleman for you. He's going to give you everything and try and keep doing what he's been doing for a long time. So Seamus Coleman, I would give a 6.9 for today's performance. Ashley Young on the other side had some good battles today, I thought, certainly in the first half. Won 3 out of 4 ground duels. Clearances 1, tackles 2, only dribbled past 1, 73 touches, 80% possession, and we do obviously, well, we have recently left a lot of space down that left hand side for the fullback to go into, and he did get up and down today. And there's a couple of times where he pelted full speed. There's one certainly one in the second half where, first half it was, where he pelted back to the Gladys Street and broke up the play. So again, pretty solid game from Ashley Young today. I would give him a 7.1. The centre backs, James Tarkowski, ground duels 2 out of 3, 4 out of 6 aerial duels, 4 clearances, 2 tackles, dribbled past only once, 59 touches, 84% pass accuracy. Again, very steady, excellent, just all-round performance. Had an excellent all-round season. Again, it'll be interesting to see when I get all the player ratings, and because someone does keep track of them for me, to see where he is. He'll be up there, I imagine. Very, very consistent. Very, very consistent season for him. And as I said there, 2 out of 3. Well, he's won 6 out of 9 ground duels, so excellent again. So he would get a 7.7 for me for today's game. Jared Brandwaite as well, immaculate again. 4 out of 5 ground duels won, 3 out of 3 aerial duels won. The idea of losing this kid doesn't bear thinking about, but obviously we will have to, won't we? 65 touches, 87% pass accuracy. He's just so calm, so classy. Picks good passes out. 4 tackles today as well, 3 clearances. He just picks out. Yeah, he just picks out good balls. Never gets flustered, and he's just an all-round top player. So it'd be really heartbreaking if we were to lose him. But at the moment, everybody, I'd imagine, is available, or available to offers anyway. If good offers come in, if there's an offer that comes in for Jared Brandwaite and it simply can't be turned down, then we're not going to turn it down. We're just not in that position. And when you look at the starting 11's average age was 29.2 today, and I know that's affected massively by Seamus Coleman and Ashley Young, but when a player of his age, it shows you how much more younger players we need, and how the manager doesn't really have that many to choose from. And if he did choose from, would he pick him? I don't know, but he's just such a top player, and it would be so sad for the club and fans to lose someone of his talent. I mean, of course, someone of his talent won't be staying at Everton forever, but it would just be great to have him another season, just get us through to our first season in the new stadium. Whether that can happen or not, I don't know. And I think, a lot of people out there would tell you that it probably can't happen financially, but we'll wait and see. So Jared Brandwaite, I would give a 7.9 for today's performance. Into midfield, Adesanya Gay. I thought Adesanya Gay was excellent again. I thought he looked so assured on the ball. He was trying things that maybe he wouldn't normally try today as well. Because it was the last game at Goodison and this season, and because we're safe and he was being a lot more attacking. He was nicking the ball. He was just, for me, excellent again. Just really enjoyed his performance today. 57 touches, 82% pass accuracy, 5 out of 6 ground duels, 1 out of 1 aerial duel, one. So just out of 7, he won 6 out of 7. You know what I mean? He's just an excellent player, he's a different one because obviously it's more to do with his contract, but we've got to do everything we can to keep Adesanya Gay, because he's just, the experience he has as well is so important for the squad. We've got to do everything we can to try and keep him. We really have. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Everton might have already offered him a contract and he mightn't be interested. Who knows? 4 tackles as well and 2 interceptions. But just had an all-round really, really good game today for me as Adesanya Gay. So I would give him a 8 for today's performance. And again, people wanted him to shoot as well, and he put one just over the bar, but the ref gave a goal kick when it was clearly a corner, which was just, again, mental. Amadou Onana, 78 touches, 91% pass accuracy, won 9 out of his 12 ground duels, 1 out of 1 aerial duel, only lost possession 8 times, 6 tackles, 5 interceptions. See, this is one of those games where people might walk out the game going, he was rubbish today, Onana. Those numbers are absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And, when we talk about it, I know there's, certainly when I'm doing the live shows, I look at the comments and there is very much a mixed bag when it comes to him. But you look at those numbers and you're just like, everything, his pass accuracy, 4 out of 5 long balls. As I said, ground duels, aerial duels, clearances, block, interceptions, tackles, everything is just really good. And I know we're playing Sheffield United, so I'm not going to go overboard about it, but they're the numbers, aren't they? Sometimes you do walk out the ground going, what did he do today? Well, that's what he did today. So that's a really, a good game. I thought he did all right in the, I thought a couple of things like at the higher up the pitch, we're a bit like, what's he done that for? And at times he does look like he's just almost going through the motions, but I think he did all right today, Onana. So I'd give Amadou Onana a 7.8 for today's performance. James Garner on the right, obviously had to come in at the right, and Jack Harrison not available for today. Did all right, 62 touches, 87% pass accuracy, won 2 out of 3 duels, ground duels, won 1 out of 1. And he's comfortable out there, isn't he? He's comfortable out there. Had a shot late on that just whisked past the goal at the Gladys Street. And he is comfortable out there. The manager knows he can put him out there and he'll be compact and do his job and work hard. So a good solid game for James Garner as well. He's had a good steady season. Let's be honest, he's had a good steady season. His first sort of real full season for Everton because last season obviously he had a back injury, didn't he, which kept him out the side, and it was his first season. But this season, he has really bedded in, and there'll be more expected of him next season. Certainly if Amadou Onana goes as well, he'll be one of the starting midfielders, and will be an important player for the team as well. So James Garner, I would give a 7.2 for today's performance. Dwight McNeil on the other side, again played, come inside a lot more, didn't he? Had one effort that just went wide. I think just was it him or wasn't it him? I don't think it was him actually. Ground duels, he won 2 out of 3, no aerial duels, but Yeah, quite a quieter game for him, coming inside, trying to get in range for those shots. Left loads of space on the left-hand side for Ashley Young to run into, but more of a quieter game for him. He's probably just exhausted from the season and from the year he's had, to be honest. But it was a bit more of a quieter game for him today. More about the hard work than anything in the final third. So Dwight McNeil, I'd give a 6.8 for today. Abdoulaye Doucouré, the goal scorer. It was nice to see him back on the score sheet. I didn't think he had a particularly good game. No, he had an opportunity. I think Dom had already put one on a play for him that he hit the goalkeeper. His expected goals were actually 1.63. So even though he scored, he probably should have scored maybe another one as well. Certainly, you'd think he did. I thought second half his touch was just so off. It was just, it was way off in the second half. And yes, he had scored the goal and won us the game, but I didn't think he had a particularly good game. Obviously, it lasted 69 minutes, but got the goal, so that's good. But as I said, he's under the XG, which tells you everything, doesn't it? I think. But I didn't think he had a particular game, but obviously scored the goal. So Abdoulaye Doucouré, I would give a 7. But as I said, good that he's got back on the goal scoring sheet, and be interesting to see how important he is next season. It will be interesting to see, or whether we start sort of looking at someone else in that position. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see to them. Dominic Calvert-Lewin obviously got an assist, a great run, went round the goalkeeper and put it on a plate for Doucouré. Couple of shots on target as well. He looked like he was desperate for a goal, to be honest. I think he had another, as I said, I think he made another good run on the other side to open it up for Doucouré as well, which Doucouré hit straight at the goalkeeper. As I said, two big chances created. 3 out of 6 aerial duels, 3 out of 6 ground duels, 2 out of 5 aerial duels. All round, I thought he had a really solid game today, Dom. I thought it was always in control. I thought he made some really intelligent runs. You could tell he was absolutely desperate to score as well against his old team, but it wasn't to be. The manager obviously took him off with 10 minutes to go to put Schmidt on, which was interesting that he didn't put Beto on, wasn't it, really? But maybe the manager fancies Schmidt ahead of Beto, certainly in these games, because they want to give him a bit of game time. But I thought Dom was very controlled and had a really good all-round game today. So I would give Dominic Calvert-Lewin a 7.7 for today. He's another one with there'll be question marks. Have we just seen him play his last game at Goodison Park for Everton? Really hope not, but he's going into the final year of his contract, and if Everton can't agree a deal for him, then something might have to happen, you'd imagine. We'll have to wait and see. The subs, Andre Gomez came on. Did all right when he came on, but sadly he took I don't know, like a flailing arm to the face, and that meant he had to go off on the 90 minutes. He didn't even mess about. He just went off, and he didn't look like he'd gone down, because when players do go down, but he looked like he was genuinely in pain. So, and he'd done all right up to that point. 19 touches, 80% pass accuracy, 1 ground duel, 1 out of 1, and he was trying to be busy in the game, but his last, I'd imagine that will be his last ever appearance at Goodison Park. It was sad that it sort of finished in that way, but it is what it is. So never quite lived up to the player that we had on loan, sadly, for Andre Gomez, but that is the way it is, isn't it? So Andre Gomez, I would give a 6.5. Lewis Dobbin got on the pitch as well, which is good for him, with obviously the second half of the season's been injury ravaged. 17 touches, ground duels won 2 out of 5. 2 dribble attempts, neither were successful, but no shots. So again, busy without really doing anything. So nice to see him back. Nice that the manager got him on the pitch, giving him an opportunity. So Lewis Dobbin I would give a 6.3. And Yusuf Shamiti, who came on, and I thought he got right into the action, didn't he? He was on the pitch for 11 minutes plus the injury time. Shots on target 1, shots off target 2, dribble attempts 2 out of 2. It's both successful. And I thought he looked very lively when he came on, very lively. There was the one that he put over, it just popped up as he went to shoot. So he did. He looked very busy, very lively, and maybe the manager's putting a little bit of faith in him and thinks that maybe he'll be someone that he looks at a lot more next season and gives a lot more opportunities. So we'll wait and see. But it was a good little cameo from him for those 10 minutes or so that he came on. So well done to him, and I'll give him a 7 for that. And Lewis Warrington, I'm not going to give a score, but lovely to see him come on. Lovely to see him get an opportunity in the Premier League, even if it was only for a minute or so. It would be about 5 minutes, wouldn't it? 3 touches of the ball, 100% pass accuracy, and whatever happens to him, we'll have to wait and see whether it's a loan or whether it's a permanent move away. Who knows? But he's played for his boyhood club at Goodison Park in a Premier League game, so he can't ask for any more than that, can you? That's really good for him. So there you go. Happy days. Listen, we won. We got the 3 points. We finished the season well. I know there is a lot of doom and gloom around the club at the moment for off-field stuff, but we finished the season strongly, and certainly at home anyway. I mean, let's see how we get on next week when we have to go to the Emirates. But we finished the season strongly at Goodison Park, 5 wins out of 5, and good stuff. Good, that's all you can do. They've done the job. Listen, it hasn't been a great season, but there's been a lot of trouble obviously off the pitch, and it's obviously affected a lot of stuff off the pitch. And the manager and those players deserve credit for sticking to the task. And listen, we've won 48 points from this season, and with everything that's gone on, you can't. I'd have took 40 points at the beginning of the season, and the fact that they've got 40 points plus 8 that have been taken off us. It's a really good story. So yeah, on to next week, the last game of the season against Arsenal, which could be a title decider, obviously, but there's still a big week ahead for Arsenal before we get to that game, so who knows. There you go. Make sure you check out my Glad to See reaction. Make sure you check out Baz's videos as well. Thanks for watching. We'll be doing the final word on Monday over on Toffee TV Premier, but we'll also be live at 1 o'clock on YouTube, so catch us for that as well. Thanks for watching. See you later.